Welcome to EDC Journeys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy seeing my CVVs. If you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing. What's going on, EDC people, and what is our journey tonight? I want you to see my CVVs. So, let's see here. I'm not even sure which ones I start, what was my first one. I think that the Elementum had to be the first CVV I got, right? Just like pretty much everybody. This one happens to be the Blade HQ exclusive one, the S35VN with the green micarta. Awesome knife, awesome EDC. Pretty much everyone's EDC of the year last year, if not, maybe it was the year before, I'm not sure. But what an awesome knife. And I'm pretty sure that's what started my journey with CIVIVI/Wii. The Elementum was pretty much the ideal EDC knife because of its size, its comfortable shape. It was pretty, how do you say, universal in grip. The hollow grind on it was just amazing, and the special extra thin one with the exclusive was just that much better. D2 was great, and CIVIVI's D2 was known to be great also. This one, like I said, happens to be S35VN, which I believe you can only see on the thumb stud. If I can get it just right, maybe I can zoom in. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can. There it is, S35VN. CIVIVI as a brand, amongst, through all their knives and models. In fact, I believe the same applies for Wii, is pretty well known for having pretty much no billboarding and very minimal billboarding when they do. So, which is very well liked amongst the EDC community. I know I like my blades to be nice and clean looking like that. No font all over it, advertising their company. They do it in a very classy, tasteful way with the pivot cover, as I'll show you on the others. It's got the deep carry pocket clip with the recessed screws. CIVIVI's pocket clips are pretty well known to be amazing. The jimping is in a meaningful spot. It was pretty much just an all-around hit out of the park. Having it with all these different scale patterns like they have now with the wood and the ebony, ebony wood, carbon fiber, micarta, G10. I'm not even sure what else they have it in at this point. But they pretty much hit it out of the park and then took advantage of it like any company probably would have. So that's my CVV Elementum. Was there anything on there that I really didn't care for? Yeah, probably the lanyard hole. If they could have somehow made the lanyard hole in the back, in the rear, something like, this is not a CIVIVI, but something, like a hidden lanyard hole. That way you had no obstruction and it was total micarta. That would have been awesome, but that's okay, no big deal. And I know that lefties kind of got left out. I think Nick Shabazz says 10% of the population is lefties, so for 10% of the population, you lost out on the clip being on that side. But for the 90% who are right-handed, it's the perfect EDC, or the quote-unquote perfect EDC. Then there's a step larger, the CIVIVI Backlash. This one has the forward finger choil. This one I believe is D2. No, it is 9CR, 13 MOV. Is it 9CR 13 or 18? Let's zoom in, I can't see. I still can't see. I think that's 9CR 18. Okay, well, whatever. 9CR18 MOV, just fine. Any steel CVV or WE puts out, I'm pretty sure is just fine. The liners on this were that blue color, kind of give it that extra little flare. And it was just, this one's in G10. It was just another great slam dunk by CIVIVI. I'm going to try to put these down in, let's see, kind of like by pivot size. So you can see the size difference, but I'll line them up by pivot if I can, if my eyes work straight. The next one I got my hands on was the Rustic Jet. A lot of people have seen me, I've put this in a lot of videos because I love the slip on it. The slip has the clip, and the clip, you know, let's look at the backlash. Yeah, the backlash has the clip also, the deep carry CVV clip, but it doesn't have the recessed screws. That's interesting. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the backlash may have come out before the Elementum, but I got it after. So maybe they kind of just got their things together a little bit better. It's got a back spacer, but yeah, they didn't have the recessed screws, but it's still the great deep carry pocket clip. That works great. And it is ambidextrous with the pocket clip. Okay, back to what we were talking about. The Rustic Jet. Now, I'm not a backlock person. I've said this almost every time I show this knife. I mention how I'm not much of a backlock person. Let me see if I can get this light to show just a little bit better. Yeah. The carbon fiber in my micarta combination on this knife is beautiful. There's absolutely no transition between the bolster and the handle. It has a half stop. It's a clip point. It's probably one of the thinnest grinds I have seen on an EDC knife, an EDC size knife. It's thin. It's got a hidden lanyard hole. It's pretty much got everything that I want in EDC minus the backlock. But I can deal with the backlock for all these other things. It's got a great fuller on both sides to pull it out with. And I'm just trying to look. Is that I think they call that marbled carbon fiber. But you'll notice that it's again got the CVV pivot cover on the show side of the knife. Okay, so then, you know, I'm in love with knives. I've gotten bitten by the bug. I'm collecting for sure. I have to upgrade to WE. Can't quite get the WE, you know, any of the expensive WEs, but Ben Peterson from Blade HQ comes out with the WE Banter, and of course I have to get it. I have to get it in Ben Blue, and if you didn't know, most of you probably do, WE owns CIVIVI, so WE, this company, makes those knives. And here we have a spear point, a spear tip, G10 handle, basic EDC, but made by WE. So it's got all the incredible, you know, titanium thumb studs, and just wonderful materials of CIVIVI and WE in a more affordable package, made by the man himself, Ben Peterson. Okay, now I don't want to show you the label. Another CVV came in today. And these aren't, again, in any particular order. I'm not sure what order they came out in. In fact, I'm not even sure what order I got them in. But we've got the CVV pouch, like all CIVIVIs. I don't want to give it away yet. We've got the CVV. No, don't look, don't peek. The CVV cloth, right, which comes with all the CIVIVs. Which what can you expect from a company that has decently priced knives? You get the nice cloth. You get the fleece pouch, some stickers, and these ones actually say CIVIVI on them. What can I put that? Yeah, that looks good there. And what knife did I get? The Odium in natural G10, and what an awesome knife. Partnered with Fear & Forge. There's their maker mark right there. It's D2 steel. Like I said, natural G10. That's why you can kind of see it through it. It's a little bit translucent, right? You can see the... Oops, sorry about that. We're back. Had a little technical difficulty. But, yeah, I was mentioning it's the natural G10. And if I hold it up to the light, you can see the milled or skeletonized liners, making it extremely light. It's got this great Fear & Forge looking blade. I mean, you can pick those out, like everyone says, you can pick a Fear & Forge out of a bunch, and I think that's true. Beautiful drop point, really great jimping. It's a small knife. It's a lot smaller than I expected it to be, actually, based on the picture. Just to give you an idea, the entire knife is about 3.5 inches. Closed. So it's got the CVV pivot cover, but it's got this great, you know, that Fear & Forge type hole on the side, so you can do the Spidey flick. It's got a great little subdued thumb stud, or not thumb stud. What's the word I'm thinking of here? Well, I'm losing my brain, but it's got a flipper tab. And it's really cool. Now I have to decide if, and it's ambidextrous as well, meaning that the pocket clip can go on both sides. It does have the natural G10 backspacer. I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. Steel liners, as I said. Now, if I hold it in this position, my pinky doesn't quite make it on. I can actually kind of hook it on that little hook right there and get a full, because I have little hands, on that handle. However, if I take advantage of this great forward choil, I've got no problem a full hand on this thing. And let me tell you, I can lock in a grip on this like you wouldn't believe. And I'm really digging the blade shape. So this isn't a review of this knife yet. I'm going to do that, but I wanted to show it to you. And I'm very excited. It's kind of like, as I'm looking at it, it's kind of like the Elementum in the Banter had a baby, and it was the the Odium. I don't know. It's kind of got that spear point look, the efficiency of the Elementum. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe the backlash has some influence on it with that choil. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I have to say, this is a very thin knife. Let's measure it. In millimeters, you're talking 11.16. Now, if the average is in inches is just over half an inch, this is 0.44 inch, so it's definitely thinner than the average knife, average EDC, by a good amount. So, those are the CIVIVIs I have, and I'm counting the we in there because, well, they make them. What do you guys think of the collection? And what do you have that I don't have? Which one's your favorite? Do you think I should keep the natural G10 that color, or should I writ dye it a certain color? What do you think would go good with the odium? I've never done writ dyeing, so I'd be nervous to try it first on this one, but wow, what a great knife. What a great shaped blade. It's ready to slice all day long. And it's pretty fidget friendly for the size. It really is. It doesn't drop shut quite, but it's, you know, it's so small that how can you expect it to? But the fact that you can spidey flick, that's gotta have some value. Now you can spidey flick the banter on those thumb studs, but the banter, I don't know. It's thicker than this. I mean, this is almost more banter than the banter. I don't know. All right, guys. I just wanted to show you the new CVV. Wanted to show you the CVV collection. What do you think of it? Let me know down below. What do you think of the new odium that I have? I mean, it's not new, but the odium that I have. Oh, and before I forget the clip, deep carry. You're only going to have about that much sticking out, which is nothing. Recessed screws, black hardware. I'm digging it. So the question for this is, which one's your favorite? And should I dye this? And if I should, what color? Okay. I'll see you next time, guys. And you'll see my CIVIVIs later. Hey, thanks for tuning in to EDC Journeys. If you liked the CVV collection or just any of the content, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing. Have a good day.